Hello, it's I think it's Sunday. If not, it's Saturday. I think it's Sunday. And I'm going to be doing my check. If there's anything to be done. It's nice enough out today. It's like mid-80s. Got a nice little breeze. I could do the stuff myself during the day, or I can wait till the evening, which I do frequently because it's less warm, humid, hot. But I'm going to do my daily checks. Today I'm also going to do a rundown on my berry cage that I have. It's like 30 feet by 4 feet. It's been in other videos, but I haven't actually showcased it before. So today I'm going to do that for the first time, and let's get going on that. So blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. Blackberries are doing great. Blueberries were doing great. Then I had a bird, and they haven't really bounced back from the bird. I don't know if you can see this through the netting, but I've got some pretty large blackberries coming off, especially on that plant. Now that plant was indoor over the winter, and it made some blackberries over the winter, not a lot. This cage here, the blackberries in the end cage were that same way. That one there, and this little guy down here, and they're all producing berries, but they were indoor over the winter, and while they grew more over the winter, when the spring came, they didn't grow as much as the ones that hung out, lost all their leaves, and just kind of went dormant over the winter. But you can see everyone's making blackberries, so I'm kind of happy with that. Now over here, this is a blueberry. This was the blueberry that I figured out the bird was stealing from. Haven't really got any blueberries from him, sadly enough. They'll start, and then they just don't finish. That's a newly planted blackberry back there. He's not very old. There's a struggling blueberry in the back there. I don't know what's going on with him. I just haven't had time to look into it. And then here, I got you can see Caroline raspberry. It looks like it's going to make some raspberries. Ooh, I didn't see this yesterday. It looks like I do have some raspberries coming in. Nice, finally. And my blueberries, you can see, is my Blue Jay blueberry. And then there's my Freedom Mark blackberry, which is the one that's back there. I have tomato plants. I'm not tomato, pepper plants. I don't know if you can see this. I'll try to zoom. Looks like these plants are doing well because I got a new pepper in there. I think I got a new pepper. Yep, I got a new pepper going in here. And then I got my mini peps up top. These have been cranking out since I brought these things home. And then my third, they're all connected, but my third berry plant collection, these stayed out over the winter, and they're making a ton of berries. And I don't know if we can see this very well, but he's got a bunch in there. This guy here, nah, he hasn't really made any yet. This one here, same deal. That's not true. I just found some down there. Looks like he does have some blackberries down there. The blueberry that's down there, like all my other blueberries, doesn't seem to be making that much. Now look at Pride and Joy here. This plant, which stayed out over the winter, has got multiple clutches of just lots and lots of berries coming off of him. And they're going to be ready in probably another week or two. And then we've got another raspberry plant here. It looks like it is starting to make some. But again, raspberry production, the plants have grown. Ooh, I got some more going here. Look at the flowers up top there. I got some more coming in, but they're just a couple weeks behind. So I don't know whether I'm doing well or less than well on my berry cage, as I call it. But this is 30 feet long and then 4 feet wide. I built this piece with the green poles, the wood, and then I bought the wire mesh stuff, which isn't bad for keeping deer out, but it definitely doesn't keep birds out, so I had to go back and add the bird netting on top. Here's the way to do it. I went to Amazon and I got an 8-foot by 12-foot with the little metal poles, and this was like 60, maybe 70 bucks. It has the netting, it keeps the deer out, it was easy to assemble, I didn't have to use any tools, and for less than $80 I got 12 feet worth. Over here, I'm gonna admit it, I spent over 200 bucks on the wire, probably more like 250, and I could have done this for 160, and I would have been better off and much easier if I just bought the ready to go crop cage from Amazon. So you live and you learn. That's what I did. Lessons, I guess, that came along the way, but this is obviously the better way to go is buy the Amazon pre-built crop cage. If you already have the material and you want to build your own, fine. It's a lot more work, and you're going to still have to get the netting to keep the birds out because they will go nuts on your berries. My greenhouse and my tomato cage that goes with it. So again, I like to go all the way down to the end, go from left to right as we were taught to read in America, and see what we're doing. So I take a nice walk down here. It's beautiful out today. I mean, if you look around, it's just 80, 85 with a nice little breeze, which makes it really tolerable. Oh, looks like the rain knocked him down. So I gotta, once again, this is part of my checks, right? I gotta take off the top and trellis that up. Ooh, 2 places it fell from the rain. This seems like it's doing okay. He needs a little trellising. Over here, I've been lackadaisical. He needs a double trellis that I just haven't done. This, not doing terrible. It just hasn't grown as much. This is scary because it looks like he's really, really hurting. Although he does have a little life and new growth over there, but up here, we really got sacked on all that. We're gonna have to watch a video, figure out how to save that, because I was hoping to get a lot of potatoes with a P out of that. This is killing it. This also needs trellising because it's grown a whole bunch. Oh boy, it's breaking off. It grew so much. So I have to get to my potatoes today. Once again, here, I took this top off a couple hours ago. I'll show you why. Hit or miss with this. I don't know what's actually killing this, but it seems like it's not doing very well either. So, and what I did was I took some food coloring, because I got food coloring, and rather than having the white things, which my neighbors will see and be like, it looks like crap. I'm trying to food color these to see if I can make them green, although I don't know if that's going to help a lot, and I don't know if it's even the right color. I think the way to do it is next time, if you got neighbors that like to complain, now it's going to be like fluorescent green, which isn't even great. I'll just buy the black or buy the already green ones. I bought the white ones. You live and you learn. This, on the other hand, as you can see, came green, so nobody complains about this. And looking at my tomatoes, we got one there to trellis up. So I got some clipping and trellising to do, and got a stick over there up top. I don't know if everyone can see it. I gotta knock that off. It fell over the evening with the rainstorm. Here, I don't know what's going on. I gotta just come in here with a handful of clips, fix and clip what I need to. Looks like he fell over, although I don't really want him getting a lot taller than the trellising, because then I'm just growing plants very tall and I'm not producing tomatoes. So realistically, anything that's above this level, I'm just going to cut it and then let them focus on producing fruit. Once again, my indoor guys rallying, trying to stay alive. They're doing all right. No fruit production on them though. This here looks like I can almost pick him. I'll give him one more day. What I got to make sure and look is make sure he doesn't start to split. Oh, well, guess what? We just picked one. So, and again, he looks, the kaolin clay makes them look like faded and all that, but when I wash them off, you can see they look a lot nicer. Pepper plants, no new peppers coming out of those two. Ooh, look at that. I got a new little cherry coming in there. I got a cherry there. I got a whole group of cherries right there. So my cherry is coming along nice. This is leaning over. What I probably need to do is I need to put a couple more of the cross members on that so it doesn't lean as much. This is killing it. You can see, if I can get it around, I'm getting a whole bunch of cherries off of this guy. Wow, he's exploding. This guy here is weird. He's got really nice growth. He's got some flowers, but we got no tomatoes on him. Same here. This is my sun sugar. I know this is another sun sugar because I got them at the same time. Over here is another sun sugar. None of the sun sugars are producing, unfortunately. Yet, they will. Here we got a Supremo. He's trellised up nice. This one I should put a clip right there, clip him. Same with his neighbor there. It looks like I do have some Supremos making tomatoes right there, so that's a good thing. This is my Moskva. These guys, because I grew them in the winter, they are definitely 8 weeks before you're going to see a tomato. And then I got another Supremo on the end here, flowers, but nothing yet. Time to take a little walk inside. We will unzip, come in here, see what's going on, zip it back up so the ladybugs don't take off. And I got some dead leaves here on the, who are these? These are more sun sugars growing on the inside. Celery's not doing bad, if I can get that on camera. The celery looks like it is coming along. What I should do though, I should check to see my water level, and I'm going to do that by just pulling this out, and we have a nice high water level. Not terribly low on there. Over here we have, it's almost up to the top. The water level's right there. Get my root back in. So there's my celery. There's my sun sugar. Oh, he's falling over. I can balance him again. Oh man, I might have just earned myself a trellis. Ooh, don't go that way, guy. Well, so he's stable. So anyway, so there are those. They look like they're doing good. We can take some more of these off. He grew. He didn't. Non-starter. He's touching the top there. He comes off. He's still coming. Yeah, he's almost, yeah, he's touching the top. Oh man, he fell over. I don't know why. Some of them do that. This one's got some stuff in there. So you really just don't know when you grow your lettuce. Sometimes they just crush it, sometimes they don't. This is like parsley or something, I think. Girlfriend planted. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I got my peppers over here that got to get pulled. I don't think those are going to get any bigger. Looking up top, he's still coming along. Oh, look at all my ladybugs doing their work. He's touching, so he comes off. Not yet, not yet. He's touching, so he'll come off. And he looks like he's not touching yet, so make sure he's still on. So, oh boy, I just stepped on one. Ugh. So I got some of the lettuces came out. Oh, he's touching. Time to take him off. He's touching. Time to take him off. Not touching yet. I don't know why my pea's going after him, but he is. Non-starter. Oh, we got one touching there. That's almost touching, but I'm not going to quite pull that yet. Same with those. Those are a little behind. He's almost touching. So a lot of the new lettuce are coming in the way I would expect them to. He looks like he's touching, so he'll come off. He's touching, so he can come off. Yep. And there's my basil. I put a trellis up for him. This pea, oh, what is happening here? I got a pea plant. For some reason, something's not happy with my pea plant. And then I have one little pot of peas to go with them. Not quite sure what happened there. This didn't take off, so that's another non-starter. The rest of my pea plants look like they're doing okay. Some of them did go down though. Oh, I got this one over here. He flopped down for some reason. Oh, he flopped down and then he flopped up. Okay, so he goes up like this. There we go. Okay, so he can grow up. Yeah, the only pea that really went down is right here. I just need to move him over, I guess like this. I can move him up there. There's nothing wrong with him coming up here because there's no plant right here. So he can come grow over there, and then the tomato can sit on top of him, I guess. That's not needed, that's just an extra waste. Yeah, this pea plant really kind of bothers me because it looks like a whole bunch of his leaves. So he flew out from there, and then he went up, but he looks like he's dead. I'm not going to pull it, but it looks like I'm going to lose that pea plant. Over here, similar as well. Oh, one thing I want to check, how much water are these pea plants actually getting? When I take them out, I put my finger in. You can see we do have, I can feel the nutrient solution with my hand, and my roots seem like they're okay. So I don't know why the plant is not happy. One thing I do is I always have a thing on the end so I can check. I can put my finger in here and feel if anything is blocking. And it doesn't seem like anything's blocking. It looks like it's fine. So I put the lid back on, keep that light out, and yeah, I don't know why that's not doing well. Looking at tomatoes over here, lots of flowers, not really a lot of fruit. Looks like my cucumber, oh, he's got a couple of distressed leaves. I'm gonna prune these later. Looks like I got some cucumbers coming in down there, and another distressed leaf. Oh, the leaf's just literally coming apart in my hand. I don't know why that is. I gotta look at cucumber problems. Yeah, these are just coming off. I don't even need a trimmer. They're literally just coming. And if they're diseased, I want to get them off the plant as fast as possible so the disease doesn't spread. So my cucumber plant has some curious thing going on with these brown leaves. Well, there's going to be comments, so if anybody wants to comment on why my cucumber leaves are, oh boy, my cucumber leaves are doing this, I knocked them off. I don't want to have bad leaves on the plant. Looks like I got cucumbers coming in, but I'm not quite sure why it's happening. If anybody wants to let me know in the comments, that would be great. I've got some cucumber growth, and I've got some not cucumber growth. No, it's not coming off. Alright. So I had to knock about 4 or 5 leaves off the cucumber. It looks like I got cucumbers that want to come in. Oh, there's another bad leaf. I'm going to get him off. I don't know why it's doing that. So anybody in comments want to let me know. It looks like a fungus, and I do have some type of fungicide right here. So we'll hit it with some fungicide if it ever wants to do its thing. There we go. I don't know what's causing the fungus on that one, but something is. Hey, hammer. Tomatoes are doing good as usual. You got your, let me get the actual clipper so I don't have to be so amateur about this. Taking out the bad leaves, bad leaves, bad leaves. Yeah, any leaf that doesn't look happy, you can just go hang out on the ground. But most of them are pretty good. I'm not really disappointed with this. Oh, I got some tomatoes, some little baby tomatoes coming in right there, it looks like. We had a big one in the back that got picked yesterday. It actually sat on the vine a little too long. Oh, we got another baby tomato coming in there. This is the hardest part for me. I'm limiting their growth to a certain height. So I will be cutting these down. Flowers, no flowers. I don't want them going through the top of the greenhouse. That's why I'm doing this. It does break my heart a little bit, especially up here when I got all of these flowers on top of one of these. But I gotta limit my growth. I can't have these things going all the way to the heaven. So because of that, I take these down. There's another bad leaf I can take. That comes off. Now that whole stem looks bad. I'm gonna take the whole thing. Yep, we got a bad, I'll take the whole stem here. We got a couple bad leaves on that guy. Off you go. Off you go. Wow. That's one thing I've noticed by doing a whole bunch of tomato plants. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to cut off the leaves. Tomato plants grow leaves back faster than any plant I've gardened thus far. They're just amazing at how fast they replenish lost leaves and whatnot. So if you're ever worried about, I don't want to take off too many leaves on a tomato plant, trust me, they're gonna grow back. They grow back faster than many plants do. So if you got a bad leaf on your tomato plant, take it out. Take the whole stem off if you have to. It'll be back a day or so. I mean, really, tomato plants grow insanely fast. So don't ever worry about that. But when you do clip them and the little excess part goes down, you want to get that on the ground. And the reason why you want to get that on the ground is it'll turn and then become like dusty, moldy. So yeah, you want to make sure you get those off. There's another one, getting him. Yeah, so any of my leaves that just look jacked up, I'm just taking them off, letting them fall to the ground, and I'll have new ones probably tomorrow. So again, I don't really worry about that anymore. I used to be like, if the leaves might be saved. Now, leaves don't get saved. They just die and fall off. And that's how you got to think about it. You don't want to have your plant have to waste time nursing along bad leaves when it could be using that energy to grow good leaves. So that's stuff I've learned along the way. Yeah, just take the bad ones off. They will grow back. Off those guys come. I'm gonna take that whole sucker off there. And I just leave them on the ground. They're all rot out, become dirt. Oh, this one's got trouble at the end. Off he goes. And we can go look at my, what do I call it, my scrap area. Oh, he's got to get clipped up. That'll get done in a little bit. For plants I didn't know whether they were going to live or die or what to do with, these guys really surprised me. And the problem with this guy here is I need to add more than one trellis. Again, I didn't think this plant was going to make it, so I only put one trellis in there. He needs the other two so he can stand upright. I'll get to that in a little bit. Wow. These are the tomato plants I thought would die. And they surely have not died. Although this guy here, I'm going to just take the whole branch off because that's like a sucker. At least I thought it was a sucker. Maybe it's not a sucker. Oh, you know what that is? That's a whole nother tomato plant, and I don't need another plant growing out of here. So he'll just go. And then this, what is this? That's another plant too. So I'll take him. So I had two leaching plants in on this, and I just took them off. And then down here, these are definitely what they call the suckers. I'm going to take those off altogether and just let my tomato plant focus on growing upward and making more fruit. Yeah, so I don't need any of that. Oh, I do have clips over here, so I'm going to grab a clip from these guys and I'm going to clip. This looks nice. I'm going to clip, hopefully. He's over here. Oops, come on, buddy. Put him along the other side of this. Clip him up. He'll last. Okay. He's kind of bulging out. I don't know if I want to clip him or not. I'll leave him like that for now. And then over here we got the sad lettuce. It wasn't dead, so I didn't know what to do with it, so I just put it over here. It is growing, and it looks like I do have one. What kind of? That is a Jet Star tomato plant growing there. Oh, and this is a perfect example of how I kind of messed up with the hydro on this one. My bigger plants, the 23 gallons, I drilled drain holes right around here, like an inch or so down from the top, so this doesn't happen. So there's actually room for the air roots to do their thing. Yeah, and I didn't do that with everything. This is a whole plant here. I'm just gonna say we don't need you take off my suckers that are on here that aren't really needed. Hopefully the plan will focus on other things. Yeah, so the problem with this is I got to take my drill. I got to drill a hole right around here, about 1 inch from the top, so we can get some air roots, so these don't actually get drained. I think I've done that for, yeah, this one's got that going on. In fact, why don't I make my life easier? I'm gonna take, oh, because it's 2 inches over here. I can't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the drill. I'm gonna have to drill a hole for the air roots. This one's got it. You can see it only goes up to that far and it leaves the same amount. I'll try to show that on the outside where I've done that. And oh, that's what I don't want. I don't want an ant eating the honey that I put out. You can see the ladybugs are munching on the honey. I got to be careful though and make sure an ant doesn't get up in there. So I don't need to re-honey them today. It looks like they're doing good from that regard. And yeah, ladybugs are happy. They're doing their business. Got honey up in there for them to get to. So not a bad day. A little bit of trellising on the outside needs to be done. And I got to drill a hole in a bucket. So other than that, that's my daily task list. Do I do it today while it's warm out still, or do I wait for the sun to set? I don't know. But I do have my task list of what must be done today. And I can do it now or I can wait for the sun to set. It doesn't matter either way. Now let's see how the new seedlings are going. What these seedlings are for is nice. As you saw, some of my lettuce were non-starters, and I took the butter crunch seeds and I put them in this little incubator type thing, and I have them, you know, ready to replace the ones in there that are non-starters. Let me see if I can find one of these that has an easy to access drain hole. You see this one here, you can see, look at those nice roots. There's no, it doesn't go all the way up to the top. Maybe I just choose the one on the end. It'll be easiest to get to. Yeah, there it is. So I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up, but there's a little drain hole I drilled here. I used 1/4 inch bit, and there's a reason why I use the 1/4 inch bit. You can see my roots and all stops. I use the 1/4 inch because if I ever got to repurpose these buckets, I can easily take caulk or something else and I can easily plug up a 1/4 inch hole. It's not very difficult to do that. Any type of anything you would have, from caulk, hot glue, regular glue, any type of thing you could come up with in the way of a a glue or caulking will plug a 1/4 inch hole and it probably won't leak. That's why I didn't do 1/2 inch, 3/4 or bigger holes, just enough hole to keep the water level a couple inches from the top so we can have air roots propagating from the plants. So all of these out here did that. Again, I caught one bucket on the inside in my leftovers, and that bucket didn't have the 1/4 inch hole, so I'm gonna go get a 1/4 inch bit either now or later on this evening. I'm gonna drill that so the water level will fill up, but it'll stop about 1 inch to 1.5 inches from the top, so air roots can develop and the plant roots will drop down into the liquid as needed. They'll just grow into the water. All these are done that way. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. All these have been done that way. These all have the 1/4 inch hole, 1 to 1.5 inches from the top. One of them I missed. I'm gonna have to do that. And that's it. So I mean, yeah, this wasn't exactly a 5-minute video, but I came out and I did my assessment for what needs to get done. I'll either do it later on today, maybe 7 o'clock, or I'll do it at 9 p.m. once the sun goes down and just turn my lights on and I'm good to go. That's that. That's my daily check. I'm done. I'm gonna go watch TV, eat something, do whatever else I need to do today, because it's not at the top of my list of things that need to get done. There's no critical things going on. I have plenty of clips to clip everything up, And yeah, that's Davo's daily check. Hope somebody gets a useful thing out of it. Questions, of course, please let me know. Love to answer questions anyone has. And that's about all I got. Hope you all having a great day. Hope everybody had a great weekend. One last shot of my flip-flops that people seem to dig. There are my iguanas. Woohoo! They don't fall off. I can run and jump around all I want. I'm not sponsored by these guys, although I'd love to be, but I'm not. And comfortable shoe that I dig. So anyway, that's my daily check for today. And I hope somebody digs it. I hope maybe somebody learned something even. Have a great day. Hope you're, wherever you are in the world, things are going good for you. I hope you're growing for the 2025 season as successful as mine. And that's all. Have a great day.